Okay, so today we're looking at how to work out the solutions from the assessment that you did the first assessment you did this week. And I'm going to show you how to do it as complete worked solutions. We'll do it multiple choice and then section B, so section by section. So I'm going to use the calculator even though these are easier problems, just so that we can get a hang of how to do it. So remembering that for these sorts of equations here, we want to solve. So we go into our keyboard, which I've activated already. We want to solve. We enter our equation, so x minus 3 equals 7. Put a comma in and we tell the calculator that we're solving for x, and we close brackets, hit enter, and it gives us our solution. So our solution is 10. Okay, the next one is m plus 5 equals 15. And again, in this instance, we're trying to find m, so we put in that is our variable, hit enter, and our answer is again 10. Okay, and so on and so forth. So the next one's 14 plus p equals 21. We're trying to find p, gives us 7. Remember that for these, we are not being marked on our ability to work out, so it doesn't actually matter how you come about the answer. This one here, I'll just talk you through it. So 9y equals 45. 45 divided by 9, because we're moving the times 9 to the other side to make it a divide, is 5. Just to save a bit of time, y on 3. Now, I will do that one on the calculator just because we've got a fraction in it. Remember that this is our fraction form, and we just type in using the arrow keys to go down to the bottom, arrow key to exit it, and then enter the solution. We're finding y, hit enter. So the answer is 30. Okay, this one here is a two-step problem. I'm actually, and again, not going to show you how to work it out. We'll do that later on. So we've got 4x plus 3 equals 19, comma x, hit enter, and our solution is 4. Okay, and then just to move the page on, this one, there's a few ways that we could do it. Again, we're just going to use our calculator so that it becomes, and I'll scroll that down so it's a little bit easier to see, or not, 9 bracket x plus 2, close brackets, enter, equals 27. You must close the bracket on that or your calculator is going to say it was not allowed. Find x, and x equals 1. This next problem was substituting. There's no way of doing this on our calculator, so we're just going to do it as you would on a piece of paper. Okay, so we've got 3a minus 2b, and we need to substitute. So it becomes 3 times 5 minus 2 times 9, 15 minus 18 gives us an answer of negative 3. Right, next one, we can rearrange on the calculator. So we're going to again go into the solve function. Try and move this out so we can see it a little bit clearer. And we enter our problem 3x minus 2y equals 12. And we're solving for y, so we tell the calculator that we want it is in the answer y equals, and it solves this way. So this doesn't match any of the answers that we have. So we can look at the 6 and say, well, what's 2 times 6? And put it on the bottom, and remember that it does have to be negative, so it's going to be 3x minus 12 on 2. We can do that by hand as well, and I will show you that because that's something that a lot of people struggle with. So if we're going to rearrange the equation, so we have 3x minus 2y equals 12. We're interested in y, so we're going to rearrange based on that. So we end up with 2y equals 12 minus 3x. Because we've moved this to the other side where it's positive here, it has to be negative over here. We're then going to move the negative 2 over, so it becomes 12 minus 3x on negative 12, sorry, negative 2. The negatives cancel out on the 3, so we end up with 3x minus 12 on 2, and it just makes it a neater solution. For this problem here, you're actually finding a solution, and again you can use your calculator, so I'm going to do that right now. So go into your calculator again, solve. I'm going to move the screen down a little bit so that we can do that. We need a fraction because we've got the 2 lines. 4 bracket x plus 3, arrow down on 5 equals 10, comma x, and the calculator will tell you. Now it is in fraction form, so we highlight that and we go up to this little box here and it tells us how to get it into decimals, and our answer is 9.5. So go back over here and we put in our answer as being 9.5. Okay, for the last 2 questions, we've got one that is a simultaneous equation, which we clearly are just going to solve on our calculator. To do simultaneous equations, we use this button here, and we enter our equations as they are written above. So we have 3x plus 2y equals 14. Arrow down to the next one, x minus y equals negative 7. Tell the calculator what it is we want them to find. So we want it to find both x and y, and hit enter. So our only possible correct answer here is A. Okay. The last one is just a visual one, and we're looking at the coordinates. Things we need to remember is that the x coordinate is always before the y coordinate. In this instance, x is negative 2 and y is positive 1.